Hey guys, I have 2 more packages, so let's get into it. I think one of them is a book I ordered myself, and then I think another one is a gift. Hi, Boo. Hi. Okay, so this is the one that I ordered for myself. So this is A Very Perry Christmas by Marie Landry. We're reading this in one of the books that book groups that I'm part of, so I needed to have the book in order to read it with them. So I have it now. It's actually bigger than I thought. I knew it was going to be small. It's like novella size, but it's actually like really wide. So there is 121 pages in here. Gwen's Christmas with the Perrys is turning into a holiday to remember, for all the wrong reasons. Hot chocolate by the fire, Christmas carols, stolen kisses in the snow. When Gwen's boyfriend Evan invites her to spend Christmas with his family, she pictures a perfect Hallmark holiday scene, complete with all the happy signs and swoons. But between Evan's older brother, who schedules the family every move, his sister, who's never met a mirror she didn't like, and the Amorosis newlyweds who flaunt their sescapades, Gwen finds herself dodging the Perrys like it's her job. The more Evan's family bring their own brand of chaos to Christmas, the more Gwen wonders if she's in over her head and if the Christmas of her dreams is going to turn into a nightmare. This sounds really good. Hey guys, I have 3 more Amazon packages, so let's open them. It's a black bookmark, very pretty. Shoot for the moon, even if you miss it, you will land amongst the stars. That is a quote by Les Brown. This is really pretty, and that quote is beautiful. I have so many bookmarks, you guys. I love it. So this one I got for myself. It is A Holiday Homecoming by Jessa York. Christmas at the Sugarberry Inn. So I got this book because in one of the groups on Facebook I'm part of, we're reading this book for next month, I believe it is, as a group. So I needed to have the book so that I could read it. So now I have it. The Sugarberry Inn is exactly how I remember it. Cute, kitschy, and tourist trappy. It's also the last place I want to be, but when my best friend asks me to be in her wedding, I can't say no. I just hope I can get through this trip without seeing him. Logan Wainwright, the man who broke my heart 10 years ago. Seeing as how he owns half the town, I think my chances of that Christmas miracle happening are slim to none. This sounds super cute. Say hi, everybody. I'm cute. He wants up, and then he gets up, and he doesn't want up anymore. He's a goof. This is from Tanya as well. This is Hard Pass by Serenade. This is a Trophy Boyfriends novel. I am trying to collect every Serenade book there is. I haven't read anything by her yet, but I am super excited to, so there's a lot of books that I own now that were published this year. That's pretty exciting. This book has 227 pages, and there is another book in the series called Hard Fall that's not out yet. Hard Pass. That's what the last girl I slept with said when she got her first sober glimpse of me. She laughed, walked out of my penthouse, and I never saw her again. It doesn't matter that I'm rich, professional athlete. What mattered was my face. Beauty might only be skin deep for some, but I know better. Pay up. That's what the last girl I spoke to said over the phone when I made her an offer she couldn't refuse. desperate to sell a set of rare baseball cards. She's clever and entertaining. I'm insanely smitten, but nowhere ready to reveal myself. Thank God she has no idea who I am or what I look like. I'm a professional athlete. How hard can playing the love game be? Sounds interesting. I'm super excited to read that. So yeah, this is from Tanya. And then I bought this for myself. It's another Christmas book for me. I have a lot of Christmas books. I'm currently reading a Christmas book. I'm reading an ARC. So yeah. Hey guys. So I have 3 more packages to open so far today. So we will see what there is. This is from Brandy. This is Domestic Bliss, which is a Hollywood Hearts novel by Piper Rain. So this is now the second one I have for the series, I believe. I am so close to owning all of the Piper Rain books. So this book has 231 pages. People like to see the womanizing jerk fall. The one who takes the number, but never calls. The guy who beds and never weds. Everyone wants to see that guy fall in love, right? The guy who beds and never weds. Everyone wants to see that guy fall in love, right? I feel like this book is gonna have a bunch of mistakes. Sounds like a script straight out of one of the box office movies my clients make. Get your head out of the clouds, because in real life, the arrogant player doesn't fall head over heels for the feisty brunette. Unless the feisty brunette met him years before he'd perfected his cool demeanor. Unless she carved a spot of his heart that never fully healed. Our first meeting kick-started by my heart. 14 years later, our reunion was less heart and more kick. Turns out, Quinn is just as hot and bothered to see me as I am her, and I have the head injury to prove it. So this sounds really good. And it sounds like it's going to be a brooding male. And you all know I love those. I have a book from Anne. This is Love on Ice by Olivia West. I love figure skating romances as well. So lately I've been trying to find like all the ones that I can. So I think this is now the 3rd one that I own. So that's pretty exciting. This book is 128 pages. Hannah Avery is a figure skater who has had everything figured out since she was 11 years old. Skate for Erica Summers, the best trainer in her state. Become a pair skater with the incredibly talented Frances. Win the U.S. championships and become a professional. But when tragedy strikes and she breaks her leg, her future hangs in the balance. Frances and Erica abandon her, and the only thing she can do is accept a job at the law firm where her best friend Enya works. When Hannah meets the dashing Andrew on the ice rink near her office, he tries to convince her to get back on the ice, but her fears of falling hold her back. The more Hannah learns about Andrew, the more she realizes that he is not only a key to her dream, but also to a life she had never planned. This sounds super cute. This is from Amy. This is The Christmas Countdown by Donna Arshcroft. The perfect cozy feel-good romance. This cover page is adorable. I have so many Christmas books to read. I am so happy. Okay. It's that time of year again. Snowflakes are fluttering and the countdown to Christmas has begun. Holly Devine is returning to the only place that feels like home, hoping that some festive magic will help to turn her life around. Holly Devine has just had her heart well and truly broken. Hurt by the 2 people she loves the most, she flees to her eccentric Aunt Clara's cozy cottage to hide away over the winter season. The kind, impulsive Aunt Clara has other ideas. With the help of her close circle of friends and plenty of gin, she creates a handmade advent calendar for Holly. Every day in December, Holly opens a new door and has a different task to complete. She soon finds herself asking out a complete stranger, gorgeous, cheeky pub landlord, Finn Jackson. But as handsome Finn gets involved in her festive challenges, Holly's determination to avoid romance is put to the test. Still, Finn's far too carefree and single for true love, isn't he? As Holly begins to embrace each day a complete makeover, building the biggest snowman she's ever seen, singing in a karaoke contest, Finn is there, adding fun and laughter to every moment. Holly starts to realize that she can become the person she's always wanted to be. But a secret from Finn's past threatens to turn Holly's Christmas upside down. Will Finn open to Holly in time to show her how he really feels? And will she complete the advent calendar, challenges, and fall in love this Christmas? So this sounds super, super cute. I am all for this book. I cannot wait to read all of my Christmas romances. They are going to be amazing. Hey guys, I have a lot of packages to open right now. I was going outside to get my notebook because I forgot it in the car, and I opened the door to have like a bunch of packages on my step. So this is from Marie. This is the Bailey novellas by Piper Rain. So I think that they had just released this as a signed copy on their website, and I really wanted to get it, but it would end up being like $50 for the book itself and then to ship it here, and that just wasn't worth it for me. So this is a different cover, and I also don't think that it's quite as big as the one that they were selling on their shop, but either way, I'm super excited for this. So this has novellas from 3.5, 6.5, and 9.5. So 3 novellas in here. I mean, it's a pretty decent sized book. I haven't read any of these yet, so I am not going to read the synopsis for these. So this is from Cynthia. This is Strung by Rachel Van Dyken, which is Seaside 6. So now I have number 5 and number 6. I'm working on getting the rest of them, but this at least gives me 2 in the series, so that's nice. This back is, I like that. Next we have a book from Tanya. This is Only a Billionaire by J.S. Scott. This is part of the Sinclair novels. We have a book from April. This is The Gravity of Us, which is by Brittany C. Cherry. This is book 4 in the Element series. This is actually really big. It's like long and tall. The words are normal sized. So the chapter heads have like blotches on them. This book has 259 pages in it. I don't own the first 3, so I'll have to get those. I think there might be 5 for the series, actually. I don't know. I know that there's definitely obviously 4, but Graham Russell and I weren't made for one another. I was driven by emotion. He was empathetic. I dreamed while he lived in nightmares. I cried when he had no tears to shed. Despite his frozen heart and my readiness to run, we sometimes shared seconds. Seconds where our eyes locked and we saw each other's secrets. Seconds when his lips tasted my fears and I breathed in his pains. Seconds when we both imagined what it would be like to love one another. Those seconds left us floating, but when reality knocked us sideways, gravity forced us to descend. Graham Russell wasn't a man who knew how to love, and I wasn't a woman who knew how to either. Yet, if I had the chance to fall again, I'd fall with him forever, even if we're destined to crash against solid ground. This sounds really good. I was recommended this by Jessica at Peace Love Books, and I've wanted it for a while. So now I finally own it, but I do need the other 3 of the series so that I can start reading it. We have a movie from Carol. So this is The Choice, which is also a book by Nicholas Sparks. I really enjoyed the book and the movie, and I always try to get the collection for the Nicholas Sparks books because they do a really good job of movie adaptations, so I'm always super excited for those. Hey guys, so I just got a couple more packages to open, so we're going to do that. I opened this one already because I didn't know what it was. It wasn't in like an Amazon envelope or anything, so but this is from Tanya, and this is the Christmas Pact by Vi Keelan and Penelope Ward. So now I have this one and Scrooged by them. They are some of my favorite authors, so I'm really excited to read their Christmas books. Riley Kennedy's emails kept getting crossed with her male colleague, Kennedy Riley. The infuriating man forwards them along with his annoying commentary and unsolicited advice. At least she never has to see him in person, since they work in different locations, until they come face to face at the office holiday party. As luck would have it, Kennedy turns out to be outrageously handsome, though still a jerk. Yet somehow he's able to charm her out on the dance floor and convince her to participate in his crazy scheme. He'll go home with Riley for a Christmas party and pretend to be her boyfriend, if Riley agrees to be his date to a wedding. It sounds easy enough. Little by little, however, the act they're putting on starts to feel like so much more than a Christmas pact, and Riley's about to learn there's more to Kennedy than she ever imagined. As always, sounds great. Super excited for it. I've wanted that one for a while, so yeah. So this is also from Tanya. This is the Touch of Cinnamon by Bethany Lopez, which is a Three Sisters catering novel. This is the last book that I needed for the series, so now I can read it, so that's exciting. Next we have a book from Carol. This is the Wolf Hunter River book, which I believe is book 2, maybe book 3. It actually might be book 4. I don't know. It's one of the books in that series by Rachel Kane. I've wanted this series for a really long time. This is now the second one I own in that series. This isn't book 2. I think it's book 4. So I'm not going to read the back, but because I don't know if they're companion novels or if they are just like a full out series that continue. But this is about a woman whose husband used to be a serial killer and she ran away, and I think he's hunting her. So it sounded really good, and I love Rachel Kane. I loved her writing when she did the Morganville Vampire series. So I'm super excited to read her adult series. And then we'll see if there's anything else out there by her that I can read. But this is from Carol. A book from Tanya again. So this is A Very Bossy Christmas by Kaylee Loring. I have never heard of this author, but I got it because it's a Christmas book, and this year I am just like going gung-ho for Christmas books this year. So I need to read like every Christmas book I can get my hands on. I think this makes 19, maybe 20. I'm really pushing myself this year, but I believe that I can do it, and I'm super excited for it. So this is another book. What's the actual last thing you'd ever want your executive assistant to see you doing the morning after you had hot, drunk, angry sex with her in a terrible hotel room? Dancing around your terrible hotel room to Come and get your love, like Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. Naked. Yeah, me too. And yet, here we are. This isn't even the most unprofessional thing that's happened between us the past couple of weeks. The first was when I agreed to let her have Christmas Day off, but only if she goes with me to 3 family gatherings as my fake girlfriend. The second was when she caught me belting out a Christmas song on stage in the awful hotel bar. The third was hot, drunk, angry sex that followed, but I do not regret it. And she hasn't even found out the real reason I need her by my side this holiday season. I need to pull it together before I do the dumbest, most unprofessional thing of all. Fall head over heels in love with the only assistant who's lasted more than a month at the job and claims to hate me, and my moods are more than she hates eggnog. And I've seen how much she hates eggnog. This sounds amazing. I love enemies to lovers. I love office romances. I love brooding men. This book just has it all, and I'm so excited for it.